Ever feel like you just want to hit a giant reset button on your life? I'm not talking about changing a habit or two. I mean a complete from-the-ground-up rebuild. Well, today we are diving into a pretty radical system that's designed to do exactly that. So if you've ever felt stuck and just craved a total transformation, you are in the right place.
Okay, let's just jump right into it. I want you to really think about this question for a second. What if you could intentionally, on purpose, step away from all the noise, all the distractions, all the old habits, and just dedicate a solid 6 months to forging a completely new you? It sounds pretty intense, right? And honestly, it is.
And let's be real for a second. A lot of us know exactly what this feels like. Being stuck. It's like you're caught in this giant, tangled knot, whether it's with your money, your health, or just this nagging feeling that you're not going anywhere. But what if that feeling wasn't a dead end? What if it's the perfect place to start? The tension you need to finally snap those ropes and start a real transformation.
180. That's the number. That is the time frame we're working with. This isn't some weekend retreat or a 30-day challenge. We're talking about 180 days. It's a serious commitment, a dedicated chunk of your life for deep, uninterrupted focus on building the life you actually want.
So what does it really mean to disappear? Look, it's not about literally vanishing off the face of the earth. It's about a strategic withdrawal. You're disappearing from the mindless scrolling, the mental clutter, the social obligations that drain you, all that noise. And you're redirecting all that wasted energy right back into yourself, pointed straight at that summit you're trying to reach.
The core of this whole thing is what the source material calls the 180 days of silence. And just think about that for a second. Creating an internal world so quiet you can finally hear yourself think, learn, and actually stick to a plan without getting pulled in a million directions. So how do you pull it off? Well, the whole system is built on 3 core pillars we're about to break down.
But before we get into the nitty-gritty, the how-to part, we have to talk about the absolute most important piece of this whole puzzle, and that is your identity. This isn't just about changing what you do. It's a total metamorphosis. It's about fundamentally changing who you believe you are. And this, right here, this says it all, with zero fluff. You can't build a new life with an old mindset. It's not going to happen. You can have the best plan in the world, but if deep down you still see yourself as the same old person, you will always find your way back to the same old path. Real, lasting change has to start from the inside out. You have to build a new identity that just naturally walks toward a new destination.
Okay, so here's a perfect example of what that identity shift looks like in the real world. You're not just trying to save more money. No. You stop seeing yourself as a spender who's always losing money, and you start identifying as a smart money manager, someone who grows their wealth. A smart money manager just makes different choices. It's not a struggle, it's just who they are. And you can apply this exact same logic to every part of your life.
All right, so now that we've got that crucial mindset piece locked in, let's get to the fun part, the actual blueprint, the day-to-day action plan. And it's all built on 3 core systems that are actually pretty simple, but really, really powerful.
First up, system number 1, the mind. And the rule here is simple: daily, learning, every single day. This means you are carving out time to learn new things, reading books, taking courses, studying a high-value skill. Whatever it is, you're actively rewiring your brain and building your intellectual toolbox.
System number 2 is the body. But hold on, this isn't about crushing it at the gym for hours. The secret sauce here is something called reflection walks. This is your protected time. Your time to get up, move your body, get away from a screen, and just think. You're not just exercising, you're strategizing, you're problem solving, you're getting perspective. You're literally walking yourself toward clarity.
And that brings us to system number 3, money. Now the focus here isn't just about pinching pennies. It's about building, specifically building a service-based income. You see how this all connects? The stuff you learn in the mind system, you turn it into a valuable service you can offer someone, creating a brand new way to earn. It's a straight line from knowledge to income.
And here is where it all clicks together beautifully. Look at this. The 3 systems aren't separate things you do. They're like a machine. They feed into each other. What you learn with your mind, you think through on your body's reflection walks, and you turn into cash with the money system. It's a powerful growth loop. So, after 180 days of this kind of intense, dedicated focus, what happens? What's the end game? Well, it's about way more than just picking up a few good habits. You've grown those new habits from the soil of a completely new identity. You've literally built a new foundation for the rest of your life.
So let's just boil this whole thing down.
The path is actually super clear. It's just 3 steps. 1, you commit. I mean, really commit to the 180 days. 2, you consciously adopt the new identity you want to become. And 3, you just execute on those 3 systems, mind, body, and money, day in and day out.
And the results. What are you actually working for? I mean, we're talking about a total upgrade. You get that mental clarity you've been craving. You walk away with actual, tangible new skills and knowledge. Your financial discipline is on a whole new level. And maybe most important of all, you rebuild that core sense of who you are, creating someone who is resilient and truly capable.
So, here's the bottom line. The next 180 days, they're going to fly by whether you do this or not. That's a fact. The clock is always ticking. The only real question, the one you have to ask yourself, is the one right here. Who will you become?